AI influencers are taking over Instagram. This girl with 2.3 million followers doing brand deals with companies like BMW and Prada, not real. And what about this grandma who's made over $200,000 selling Amazon products on Instagram? Also not real. And here on this blue chip YouTube channel, you'll even learn how to do this. Today, I'll be breaking down 3 of Instagram's top AI influencers. I'll show you exactly how they're made and the ways they're actually making revenue. And in case you don't know who I am, my name's Clay, and I built this YouTube channel you're watching now to over 250,000 subscribers using an AI influencer. I've been building AI influencers on social media for the past 2 years, so today I'm going to show you how you can build one and take advantage of this opportunity yourself. And at the end, I'll even show you another one of my AI influencers that's generated over 6 figures in brand deals and digital products. So with that, let's dive in. But before we get into today's AI influencers, I need to tell you about the one who started it all. This is Lil Miquela, and according to Success Magazine, she's made over $10 million in brand deals. Multiple online sources say she does around $2 million a year and charges up to $100,000 per sponsored post. Okay, so this is Lil Miquela's profile, and as you can see, she has 2.3 million followers, and just last week, she was apparently at the Grammys, which is pretty cool. And just going through her content, you can see that she was actually featured on a Times Square billboard as an AI influencer. And quick side note, while she might have been the first to do this, my AI influencer was also featured on a Times Square billboard just a few months ago for having a business that teaches people how to go viral on social media and use AI influencers to do so. Now, the post that we're going to recreate today is going to be this one for 2 reasons. 1, it has Bella Hadid in it. And 2, and more importantly for you, it was a paid partnership with Calvin Klein. Meaning not only did she collaborate with one of the most famous people on the planet, but she also got paid by a major brand to do so. And by the way, this post got 325,000 likes, so obviously it worked pretty well. The tool that we're going to be using to recreate this image today is called Higgsfield. And if you don't know what Higgsfield is, it's basically an AI tool that has almost every AI model that you need to create these types of AI influencers. To get started with this, we're going to come to Image, and then we're going to click Nano Banana Pro. Now, make sure that you have it selected down here, and then always for Instagram, make sure that you're doing 4x5. And this is important because on Instagram, you used to be able to upload just a little square, meaning 4x4. But today, when someone's scrolling on Instagram, you're now able to take up even more of their screen. And you, as a creator who's trying to get as much reach as possible, also want to be taking as much of their screen as possible because attention is today's version of currency. Now, you're going to want to make sure that you have 4K selected, but it does take a little bit longer to do that. So I'm just going to select 2K for the sake of this example. And then you can actually choose the batch size, meaning the amount of content that it feeds back to us based on our prompt. So for this, I'm just going to go ahead and keep it at 4, and then I'm going to enter this prompt. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click generate. Cool. So this is the first output that it came back with. And man, these are super hyper realistic. That's almost scary. But I want her to feel a little bit more cutting edge. So I'm just going to adjust this prompt a little bit more.
298 frozen patties later.
Okay, here we go. This is starting to look way more like Lil Miquela. And I'll just open this and you can see crazy detail here. I mean, this literally looks like a real human. I'm actually kind of shocked right now. Cool. So coming back to the original image, it has obviously the brand here, Calvin Klein. And then she also is with one of the most famous people on the planet. So what you're going to want to do is download the image that you like here, and then you're going to want to drag it down, and then you're going to say this. Please have her wearing a white Calvin Klein crop top standing next to Bella Hadid in a photo shoot. Again, hyper realistic with high attention to detail. Now, I'm going to click generate, but I honestly have no idea if Higgsfield knows who Bella Hadid is. Let's find out here in a sec. Wow, these are the results. This is crazy. Higgsfield knew who Bella Hadid was, which, to be honest, I thought I was going to have to go and upload a photo here and be like, clone this girl, but they knew who she was. I didn't even have to say anything other than her name. I think my favorite one is probably this because they're both wearing the Calvin Klein top, which is probably pretty important if it's a brand partnership. But man, this is wild. And this actually just reminded me that just a couple weeks ago, Bella Hadid actually followed one of my faceless Instagram pages, and she even liked one of my posts. So Bella, if you are watching this, my number is 4. But back to the post. So what we want to do is now download this, and then in theory, you would go and upload this onto Instagram. You obviously want to make sure that you have a good caption, but there is one thing that I haven't shared with you that is probably not going to get you the same results as Lil Miquela did on this post. See, this post was actually posted in 2019, back in the influencer era. This was when people like Bella Hadid, Kim Kardashian, all of these influencers were growing like crazy. Unfortunately, today, Instagram has changed quite a bit. They used to really weigh their engagement by the amount of likes that you would get. So a post like this that generated a ton of likes would keep getting shown to new people. Unfortunately, today, and really a few years ago, they introduced a bunch of different triggers to their algorithm, including saves, shares, and watch time. So your job as a creator today on Instagram is to figure out how to get people to stay on your post as long as possible, save that post for later, or share it to their story or with their friends. Those are the triggers that are going to get you the most amount of reach possible, and today, the highest level of brand deals possible. That's the reason that my AI influencers over the last few years have made 7 figures, because my AI influencers are niche AI influencers, where influencers back in 2015 to 2020 were just influencers. They were kind of just posting, looking hot, doing cool things, and people thought that was cool. Today, people are using Instagram much more for interests or learning. In fact, it really shouldn't be called social media anymore. If anything, today it should actually be called interest media. And I think there might be a clip of Gary Vee explaining that, so I don't want to take credit for that, but it is true.
I believe we are now in the not social media, but interest media. Meaning social was inherently like, who is your social network? Who are your friends? We are now in an era where what are you interested is coming to you from the algorithm.
And that takes us to influencer number 2, and one of the influencers that will work if you start uploading like this today. The second type of AI influencer that I'm going to show you how to make today is a niche AI influencer. This is Mother Satori, and as you can see, she's gained almost 800,000 followers with just 320 posts. By the time this video comes out, she'll probably be at a lot more than that, so go and check for yourself. This video of hers has over 16 million views, 412,000 likes, and almost 40,000 comments, all going to her ManyChat automation. And I've shown you how to do that in other videos of mine, but we'll touch on it again today. Let's just watch one of her reels to see what she's doing well.
Wait, let me guess your age. With a body like that, you gotta be 35.
I wish. I'm 108.
What the heck? What's your secret?
Baby, let me tell you, taking sauce up and moringa every morning.
Okay. So she's doing something extremely smart, and I'm going to teach you a little hack here in this video. She is tapping into one of the most effective niches and topics on social media, the female beauty niche. Throughout history, women have and always will want to look their best, especially as they age. And so this AI influencer is claiming that she is 108 years old, which is slightly misleading in my opinion, but hey, respect. And then she uses that to promote her product that supposedly helps her look this good. As I'm scrolling through her page, I mean, she has so many videos with millions of views. This one has 10 million, this one has 2 million, this one has 1 million. I mean, this is just wild that an AI influencer is able to pull this much attention off of the internet. And back to the whole point of this video, what does that mean for you? Well, for every single one of you watching this, you could be pulling in this many views. And I'm gonna show you something even more exciting. All of her videos, like this one that has almost 40,000 comments, all have people commenting, yes, 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 right? That is a DM automation where she sends them their link. So I went ahead and commented on it, and we're just gonna see what she sends you in her DM automation. She says, "Hello child, thank you for commenting on my post." And then it looks like she goes ahead and gives you a recipe and gives you a link to click. And when we click that link, it opens an Amazon link. And this is a product that she's selling for $35.99 with over 6,900 reviews. And I went through these reviews, they are real people, and actually looks like they're pretty satisfied with the product. But it is just crazy that an AI influencer is driving that much traffic to an Amazon link. If we just do the math on that really quickly, that means that she's already generated $240,000 worth of revenue, to this product. If that doesn't make you scratch your head and go, why am I not doing this? Then I don't know what to tell you, because the playing field has never been leveled more. You do not need a personal brand to go and make 6 figures in a few months on social media. All you need is to know how to promote a product on social media effectively with automations, which I've covered in other videos on my channel and in my course about building AI influencers and making money. And then secondly, just how to build an AI influencer, which I'm literally showing you in this video, and it is so easy. But before I show you how to make her, let me just show you a few more accounts so you know it's not a one-off lucky situation. There are so many accounts taking advantage of this opportunity right now, and the next one could be you. So aside from Mother Satori, there's also this girl, Vanessa Clark. She has 131,000 followers off of 400 posts. There's Abuela Naira. She's like this indigenous looking character, and she also promotes an Amazon product, which is pretty crazy. She's gotten almost 100,000 followers from just 57 posts. I mean, you're gonna learn how to do this in 10 minutes. You could go and make 57 of these over the next 6 hours or whatever that is, and be well on your way to getting to this level. And then look at this girl. This is Grandmother May. She has 700,000 followers from 99 posts, and she is pulling in a wild amount of views. And oh look, she is using the exact same strategy. 44,000 likes, 2,000 comments, and she is pushing to an Amazon product about yerba mate. Just 6 months ago, you needed a personal brand to promote this effectively, but today you can do so at your fingertips, and I'm about to show you how. So let's get into it. The first thing that you're gonna do is come back to Higgsfield, and we're actually gonna pull up this new feature called AI Influencer Studio. Once you click it, it's gonna bring you to this area, and you're gonna go ahead and click Create New. Now, you could choose one of these characters in theory, like this crocodile or the iguana. Personally, I think the better play is to go ahead and make one, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and click Prompt right here. So I'm gonna prompt it, a friendly older Asian woman with dark hair and dark eyes wearing an orange yoga outfit. She should look very healthy and vibrant, and she should be fit for her age. She should look about 50 years old, but be in very good shape. She is pretty and natural. It's literally that simple. We're just gonna go ahead and click Generate Influencer. And while we wait for this to load, I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot a basket, because why not? That went in. Okay, so this is really great. I mean, this looks extremely realistic, almost scary because it looks like a real person, but I actually want her hair to be down. So I'm just gonna say here in this little edit box, please have her hair down and make her a little bit older, like 7 or 8 years older. And we're just gonna click edit and see what happens. Great, so this is exactly what I wanted. So I'm just gonna go ahead and download it so I don't lose it. And then you have 2 options. You can either go straight into the video section, or you can go ahead and edit in Nano Banana Pro. And I want the background to be different. I don't want her in this room for this video because I want to try to make something just like Mother Satori. So I'm going to go ahead and click edit in Nano Banana Pro. And over here, we're just going to basically prompt this to say, have her standing at the beach in Tulum at sunset with good lighting. There should be someone's hand holding a microphone on the right side of the screen like she's being interviewed. She should be looking at the interviewer like this, not at the camera, hyper realistic. And then I'm just going to click generate. And then really quickly, you want to make sure, because this is an Instagram reel, that it is 9:16 Nano Banana Pro, and usually 4K. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to do 2K, but if you do it in 4K, it'll just take a little bit longer. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I thought we were gonna have to do a couple rounds of prompts, but honestly, all of these look incredible already. Like, this is literally perfect. So I guess I'm just gonna choose the one that I like the most, and I think it's this one because the sun is hitting her face. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click download here. And then the next step for us is to come over to video. And I actually have a nice little surprise for you in this video. Higgsfield also just released Kling 3.0, and it is mind-blowing. So we're gonna go ahead and click 3.0 Kling here. And you can see I was editing this Wolf of Wall Street scene. You might see it later in this video, just saying. But the first thing that we're gonna wanna do is click on Start Frame. And this is where you will drag over that image that you just generated for her. This multi-shot button, you wanna have it toggled off for this style interview, because otherwise it's gonna generate multiple shots, and I just want her standing in this one section, just like the Mother Satori videos. And we're just gonna prompt it to have her say, please have her speaking into the microphone like she is being interviewed, saying, most people think I'm 50, but really I'm 239 years old. I look this good because of one simple secret. Comment DIP digital income project, shameless plug, and I'll send you the link. Next, you're gonna wanna come down here, make sure Kling 3.0, the newest model, is on, and then the duration should be 10 seconds. If you make this prompt longer, you're gonna have to cut up whatever you have her say into multiple sections and then edit them together later on. And you'll notice that a lot of these videos do that. Then we're just gonna click generate and let's see if we get it on the first try.
Meanwhile,
And guys, maybe I'm really just Steph Curry fooling all of you with this AI version of myself that I've created, because look at this jump shot. Bruh. Not that one. Bucket. Okay, so we are back and our character has been generated. That's Lefty. That was bad. Let's see what we got here.
Most people think I'm 50, but really I'm 239. I look this good because of one simple secret. Comment dip and I'll send you the link.
This is insane. She looks so realistic. Like, you can see the veins in her neck. Like, the attention to detail on this, it almost looks like realer than a real video. I'm actually kind of shocked right now. Like, the grains of hair up here are coming off of her head like the wind is blowing in her face. She's in Tulum. These background palm trees are blurred out. This is insane. This literally looks better than the video that I just filmed on my iPhone. So, wow, I am so shocked. And again, I thought I was gonna have to reprompt this, but I think that this is good to go. So next, you're gonna wanna download this reel, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a hack here. So you don't just wanna go ahead and upload this directly. You're gonna wanna go ahead and drag this over to a video editor of your choice and add some background music. It's gonna help the video, and I'm gonna show you how to do that in the third AI influencer that I show you how to create today. But when you go and upload this on Instagram, there's a few things that you need to do to make sure this performs as well as possible. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your profile is set up in a way that actually converts views into followers. When someone sees your reel and they click on your profile, they want to know a little bit about you. So this girl has US-based holistic expert, sharing health and wellness secrets, get sour sop bitters here. And I guess that's her Amazon product. For us, for this character, if I was creating a profile for her, first off, I would want to be more transparent. I think it's a little bit misleading that some of these people are doing that. So I would put AI wellness influencer. That's the first thing I would put in the bio, just so everybody is aware that this actually is AI. And just to clarify, I really don't think that that would make much of an impact on the views or the sales. If anything, it's something that's new and novel. And if you look at social media, that's usually what does the best, new stuff that people aren't used to seeing. So I would put that in the bio, and then you can fill it in with anything else that's going to help convert these new viewers into actual followers. The next thing that you're going to want to do is go ahead and write a caption that is about what you're talking about. So if we're talking about anti-aging or health, we want to stack that caption with keywords that make sense and help Instagram find our target audience. But you still might be asking yourself, how does the Instagram algorithm actually work? So let me break it down for you right now. So I went ahead and made this Miro board that will teach you how the algorithm actually works. So when you upload on Instagram, your post is basically being shown to some followers and some non-followers. And while it's doing that, the algorithm is studying the performance. If it does well with just your followers, then they're like, well, these people probably just like it because they support you. New people don't really care. But if it does well with non-followers, then Instagram is like, hey, we should feed this to more new people. And what they're really trying to look at here is watch time and then some engagement stats. For watch time, Instagram mainly cares about the average view duration. So if we just look at one of my posts from one of my AI influencers, this one has over 4 years of watch time total on this, and it got almost 500,000 likes, and the average watch time was 22 seconds. It's a pretty long time for an Instagram post. For the average person who saw it, out of these 8 million people, the average person watched it for 22 seconds. That's a long time. And so when you're able to master the art of capturing someone's attention through your hook and then getting them to watch the whole video, it's a very good thing, and Instagram will end up showing it to more new people. But that is not the only thing that matters. Other thing that matters is engagement. And this is what we were talking about earlier. They have all these signals now, all these triggers. They have likes, which in my opinion don't really matter that much, but they also have comments, which in my opinion also don't matter that much. But the big ones are shares and saves. Shares are basically free virality, and Instagram sees that you're sharing it with your friends, and they're like, hey, this is being shared a lot. We should continue pushing this because we want to keep people on our platform. And at the end of the day, Instagram is basically able to run more ads and get paid more money to show ads to more people. So they want your attention. They want you staying on Instagram rather than going over to TikTok or YouTube or something else. So that's why shares matters so much. And then saves is really important if you're trying to make a valuable post. When you get a lot of saves on a reel, like this one got 81,000, this one got 87,000, that signals that it's a valuable post. People get through it and they're like, hey, I want to remember this for later. I'm going to save it. And so when you're able to do one of those two things, or even better yet, both 96,000 shares and 87,000 saves, you have a viral post on your hands. Now, I'm going to go way more in detail on this Miro board that I created in a future video, so make sure you're subscribed. But this video is about AI influencers, so I do want to get back to that. But it is important for you, if you're creating content on any platform, to have an understanding of how that platform works, because if you're just throwing crap at a wall hoping something sticks, that is not a strategy in 2026. The competition has just gotten way too good. Now, there are tons of other growth methods that are in other videos of mine on this channel and that I teach inside of my AI influencer course to help you bypass that first rough period where you're kind of stuck in Instagram jail. But honestly, if you just start posting this, you will start to see some results just because this is so darn good. Now, back to the monetization piece. All of these people are promoting an Amazon product, and I don't know if that Amazon product is theirs or if they're just an affiliate for the Amazon product. Maybe they did go and create their own product, but if you don't have that kind of time or you don't want to put that kind of time in, you also can just go and generate an affiliate code for almost any product on Amazon where you get a percentage of the sales that you drive to that product. It's probably the easiest way for someone to get started without having to go and create their own product, but there are so many ways that you can monetize AI influencers like this. In the past, if you wanted to make money on social media, you had to go and set up a faceless Instagram theme page. And honestly, I think a lot of those are going to die out over the next couple years because AI influencers are going to take over. If you look back at the evolution of social media, a lot of the businesses that have made the most money are these personal brands. And that was really the big wave from like 2016 through 2023. But over the last few years, AI tools like this have been making it easier for people like you and me to cash in on the same benefits of social media without having to show your face. And again, I'm going to show you real results from my own AI influencers at the end of this video. Another extremely easy way for you to monetize this is to come back over to AI Influencer Studio. While I was making our character, I noticed this little button in the bottom left-hand corner. It says earn up to $3,500 with your AI influencer. And if we go ahead and click learn more, Higgsfield's created a way for you to actually make money by making AI influencers on their platform. Basically, you're just going to connect your Instagram, and then how it works is basically you're going to get paid based on the amount of reach that you get using your AI influencer. It looks like they give you active campaigns that you can join, so this is another really easy, low-hanging fruit for you to take advantage of. But I want to give you one more real-life example that you could use this AI influencer function for your actual business. Let's say that you're a real estate agent or a car salesman or any business owner looking to promote their business on social media, but you don't want to show your face and you don't want to have to set up cameras and lighting and video equipment. Well, now it's really easy for you to do so. All we're going to do is come back into the AI Influencer Studio, and we'll just use the real estate agent example because those go viral all the time. In fact, I used to work in commercial real estate brokerage, and I wish this tool existed when I did. But you'll just go ahead and prompt this to create a real estate agent in her 30s. And as you can see, this is what it came up with. She looks crystal clear and she looks like she's good at selling houses. And then you'll come back over to video. You can really use any of these video functions that you want. For the sake of this example, I'm going to use VO 3.1 because I can integrate ingredients. And then I'm just going to drag over my real estate agent and then a background of this really cool, expensive looking condo. And we're going to prompt it to basically say, we're going to have her showing off this amazing high-rise condo in Gotham City. It's not really Gotham City, obviously, but we're going to put it in there. And for this one, I'm going to turn on multi-shot mode because I want her to show off different features of the house. We're going to have it say that there's a sauna on the balcony, and let's just see what happens. Okay, so we have our video, and let's check.
Look at this luxury high-rise condo in Gotham City. It has a private sauna on the balcony overlooking the city with all black interiors.
Yeah, so in case you don't live on social media like I do, these kinds of real estate videos go viral all the time. So in theory, you could take photos of whatever house you're selling or building that you're selling, and then you could just go throw them into this ingredient section, give it a prompt, and boom, you now have viral real estate videos for your business. And in case you're still wondering about this Wolf of Wall Street scene, let me just show you what I've been cooking up.
Hello?
Hi, is this Teresa?
Yes?
Hi, Teresa. My name is Digital Income Project, and I have a very exciting opportunity for you today. In my next YouTube video, I'm going to be showing you how to recreate yourself using an AI clone, just like this one, but for any character on the planet. All you have to do for me today, Teresa, is go ahead and hit subscribe below this video so you can find out how to do this too. Does that sound like a good deal to you, Teresa?
Yeah, just subscribed.
Great, let's lock that in by hitting subscribe, and I'll show you that in the next video. Now, the third AI influencer that I'm going to show you how to create is probably the hardest one to learn how to do, but it's also the most interesting. This is Olivia Brand It, and she has 36 posts starting at the end of November, just a few months ago, and she already has 99,000 followers. Now, the reason that her name is Olivia Brand It is because she is again capitalizing on a trend, the It Girl trend. And just a quick side note, one of my students also capitalized on this It Girl trend, and she created the It Girl playbook on YouTube. Her channel now has over 350,000 subscribers, meaning she has passed me, which is so cool as a teacher when you're able to help someone outgrow you. Now, back to Olivia. If we come through her posts, she obviously has these pictures of her, which we already kind of know how to create using Nano Banana Pro. But what's really interesting and where she's getting most of her growth from are these reels. Look at these reels. 800,000 views, 75,000 views, 400,000 views, 1.4 million views, 4 million views, 3 million views. I mean, these are getting crazy amounts of reach. And if you follow this space at all, you've probably seen her on your feed recently. You might not have noticed that she's not a real person. So let's just go ahead and watch a couple of these to learn what she's doing so well.
And I mean, no one works harder than a woman who realizes no one is coming to save her and that she's the one who has to build her own dream with God by her side.
Yeah. Okay, wow, that got 4 million views somehow. That's interesting. That was like an 8-second clip. I'm actually kind of shocked. Let's check another one. Let's look at this one.
If love feels like anxiety, that is not love. Nothing feels better than being loved by a man who is sure about you, not someone who disappears when things get real.
Okay, so from my point of view, watching this, she's doing a few things really well. First off, her production quality is chef's kiss. It is really good. Secondly, she's talking about a topic that literally everybody on the face of the earth has probably dealt with to some level. Most people have had a relationship. And so all of this content is talking about relationships or about what to expect if you do get into a relationship someday. And I think that this girl is kind of tapping into the female empowerment space a little bit, but it also attracts dudes because she's a really good looking girl or AI influencer girl. And she's talking about relationships, which as a man, if you see a pretty girl talking about a relationship, you're probably going to pay attention. From a hook standpoint, she's leading with an opening line that says, if love feels like anxiety. And basically what that's doing is opening a loop that she's going to close. If this happens, then as a viewer, I want to find out what she's going to say. So I stick around and I watch more of the reel. Now, not to get too social media nerd for you, but she's also doing a really good job with the audio. She's playing a viral song in the background that also has a similar vibe to what she's talking about. And believe it or not, that is really important. I'll quickly just show you a client of mine who did this really well. This is my client Julian, and in September, he had less than 3,000 followers. And just in October, about 6 weeks after we started working together, he posted this reel that got 209,000 likes, gained him over 10,000 followers from one Instagram post. And just pay attention to the audio on here.
Self-sabotage isn't random. It's a frequency problem. When you start to level up, when you stretch beyond your old identity, your nervous system panics, not because you're broken, but because growth feels unsafe to a body that's used to surviving, not thriving.
Do you notice how that song really matches the vibe of that video, and it also syncs with the beat of the song with when the clip cuts? I'm a total social media nerd. I know that might go over some of your heads, but it's really important on Instagram with short form content that everything matches up well. But back to Olivia Brand and how she's pulling crazy amounts of views and how we're gonna replicate her. We're gonna go back into Higgsfield and we're gonna come down to Nano Banana Pro again, and we are going to prompt something new. This time, we're gonna ask her to be in a podcast studio. So I'm gonna go ahead and enter this prompt, and I'm gonna go ahead and click generate again and make sure it's 9:16 because this is gonna be an Instagram reel.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Dang, this is crazy. Wow. I thought I was going to have to prompt this a couple times for you guys. This is literally spot on, like exactly what I asked for. So we're just going to go ahead and click download on that. Again, I'll put this prompt in the description so you can copy it. But yeah, this looks great. So the reality is, if I want this reel to actually do well, then what I'd want to do is go and find another reel that has done well. Okay, so I just scrolled Instagram. Immediately on my feed popped up another AI influencer, and this girl has really good engagement. She has 25 posts and almost 40,000 followers. Let's just take a look at what she says for her hook.
When a man gets quiet, it's his loudest scream. When he's happy, he can't stop talking.
So that's another one. Olivia Brand used if this happens, then XYZ. Whereas for her hook, she said, when this happens, then this happens. It's kind of a similar playbook. 33,000 likes on an AI video, 1 million views. It's just wild. And this has 5.5 million. Actually, let's look at that one too.
A man should never have to ask his woman for affection, because a woman who is truly into her man has an urge to make his day better. So if you got that man asking, you're running out of time with him.
Okay, so this girl is kind of doing the opposite of what Olivia Brand does. She is tapping into the male audience by saying, a man should never have to do this. So she's trying to get men. I bet if we open up the comments, let's just see tons of comments from dudes being like, yep, you got this, spot on. But it's all psychology. All of this social media stuff is basically psychology at the end of the day, and just figuring out ways you can capture people's attention and make it relatable to a wide net of people, if that's your goal. But back over to Higgsfield, I'm gonna have our girl talk a little bit more like Olivia Brand. So I'm gonna prompt her to say, if a girl breaks up with you, she's making a bet against your future. It might be painful now, but use that pain as your guide. Let it become the fuel to propel you into the best version of you. And then I added, in a very clear voice, she should speak with empathy, with pauses, and with emotion to the tone of her voice. Now, candidly, I haven't seen this produce the best voice results, and there are ways around that we can do in post once this gets finished. But adding this, I want to see what Higgsfield does. So let's go ahead and click generate and see what happens here. Let's see how this turned out. So before we let this beautiful clip play, I made a mistake as the prompter, and I think this is a good learning lesson. She is supposed to pretend to be on a podcast. I call it a fraudcast clip, and it's something I recommend to a lot of clients because they do very well on social media.
If a girl breaks up with you, she's making a bet against your future. It might be painful now, but use that pain as your guide.
As soon as she turned to the camera and got all like advertisey, it just felt kind of icky to me. And so that's something that I need to focus on as a prompter. And it's a good learning lesson for you because you need to say, have her facing the side angle the entire clip like she is talking to someone else. She should never look at the camera. And she should look a bit emotional, not super happy. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so we just got the clip back. Let's see how this one turned out.
It might be painful now, but use that pain as your guide. Let it become fuel to prop out the best version of you.
Okay, so everything about this reel is good except for the word propel. She says propel, so I'm just gonna change that word just because I'm a perfectionist and I want this to be as good as possible. All right, and we have the final clip ready to go.
If a girl breaks up with you, she's making a bet against your future. It might be painful now, but use that pain as your guide. Let it become fuel for you to evolve into the best version of you.
I'm happy with this. It still doesn't hit quite the way I want it to. And I think a big reason for that is because, well, we need to make it more Instagram worthy. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I download the clip and then I'm just going to bring it over to video editor of your choice. I'm going to drag it over to Final Cut just for the sake of this. And then what we're going to do is bring a song over to it that we like. And I'm going to use Radiohead, Everything in Your Right Place. place. And I'm just gonna mute this so you guys don't hear the background noise real quick. I'm gonna drop the audio of this down to 8. I'm gonna add her voice up pretty high, maybe not 12, but like 10. And for you guys that wanna become social media gurus like myself, the reason we do this is think about when you're watching a commercial and you're watching like your normal TV show and then the commercials come on and it's super loud. Like the volume is blaring because it's a commercial. They're doing that because they're smart advertisers. They want to get your attention. And even though you're very annoyed, you are paying attention to them. Same thing applies to what we do on social media. We never want it to be blaring and like the audio is like messed up, but we want it to be loud enough that it really catches people's attention. So when they're scrolling through, I think the average person sees over, what is it? It's like 100,000 ads a day. It's ridiculous. It's a crazy number. But when they're scrolling through, we want them to stop on our reel. And this is one of the ways that we can do that. So let's see if this final product hits a little bit more than we first made it.
If a girl breaks up with you, she's making a bet against your future. It might be painful now, but use that pain as your guide. Let it become fuel for you to evolve into the best version of you.
I would stop and watch that video and I'd probably send it to one of my boys who's going through heartache or something like that. And in all transparency, I've never talked about anything personal on this channel and I don't want to ever, but this message is so true for men who are growing up and they go through that first heartbreak and it totally transforms them into something else. I don't know if that's a good thing because it's 1:07 a.m. and I'm making AI videos, but it can help a lot. So yeah, use the pain, I guess. Anyways, getting away from inspirational stuff. The next step in this process is that you're going to want to go ahead and upload this onto Instagram. Now, when you do this, there are tons of different little tricks and settings that you can do to make this get more reach. A lot of people, when they post on Instagram, get stuck in the notorious Instagram jail. My goal is to help you get out of that as soon as possible and start reaching millions and even billions of people, like some of my influencers and people that I've worked with, because you can reach a lot of people on social media these days. And so when you go ahead and upload this, make sure that your caption is stacked with keywords. And I'll just generate one on screen for you so you can see what this looks like. But you want the keywords to be relevant to what the reel is about and who the target audience is. And you never want it to make it feel like spammy. I don't really like adding a bunch of emojis or anything like that into my captions. But yeah, you want it to basically be relevant and help train Instagram who your target audience is by what you put in the caption. If you do this and you do it well, you're gonna start seeing results like Olivia Brand. And you might be asking yourself, well, why are you giving all this sauce away on YouTube? And the reality is, I just want to see people win on YouTube. I've gotten so many messages over the years from people who have used both my free information and information in my courses that have just helped them blow up on social media. I mean, some of the screenshots that people send are really, really cool to see, and it's a cool feeling. So I like seeing people get wins. If any of my videos have ever helped you, feel free to DM my Instagram account just because I like connecting with people that are doing cool things in the space. My smaller account that I check somewhat regularly is Digital Income Project. I don't really post on there anymore, but it's good just for communication, for something to find. But now I'm actually going to show you one of my AI influencers. Actually, I'll show you two of them for now. One of them being very similar to the Olivia Brand girl, and her name is Lil Gray. We are getting close to passing 10,000 followers, and she's kind of similar to what we just created. She's in a similar space to that. So feel free to follow along with what I do on that page because we have some cool plans for her, and she's still small. So this is still in the embryonic phase of this. She has not made a bunch of money or anything like that, but I have been creating these AI influencers for the past almost 3 years now. And first off, if you go back onto my YouTube channel that you're watching right now, and you go and watch any of the early videos up until September of 2025, that entire channel was built using an AI influencer. The whole thing, it's all AI. I've never shown my face up until about 3 or 4 months ago. And so I was able to get over 250,000 subscribers with an AI influencer on YouTube. And that also generated 7 figures of revenue for me. But the one that I'm going to show you today is another Instagram AI influencer that I've created, and it's called Repute Forge. Now, some of you who have followed me for a very long time might already know about this page because it's one of the pages that I publicly show you that I'm building. I don't show all of them because I like to keep a few things in my pocket, but This is one of my pages, and it's been grown with an AI influencer. Now, we've gotten billions of views on this account. Now, we can just look at this post that was posted in December of 2023, so over 2 years ago now, to show you how long I've been doing this. And it uses an AI voiceover, so that is my AI influencer. You can hear him right here.
These brands use the color green to convey growth, healthiness, and balance.
That post got 531,000 likes. It reached 18 million people. It has 310,000 saves, and it doesn't even show the shares because maybe it's too old to see that, but we can look at another one that's a little bit more recent. 14 million views, 80,000 shares, 25,000 likes. And so this account has generated me over 6 figures on this account alone. And I actually want to show you guys how you can make money. And you've probably put it together by some of the accounts that I've shown you already. Some people sell products, some people do affiliate marketing, some people do brand deals. There's all sorts of ways that you can use these AI influencers to make actual money. Again, Lil Miquela has made over $10 million in brand deals alone. And basically, these AI influencers are enabling anyone, anywhere, without showing their face to capitalize on the benefits of social media. You look at all those people out there, the Grant Cardones, the Stephen Bartletts, the Gary Breccas, all these people who have made millions and tens of millions in some cases of dollars off of social media. Now you have the power to do that. Because in the past, if you wanted to take advantage of social media without showing your face, your only option was basically to start a faceless Instagram theme page or a faceless YouTube channel. And what the gurus don't tell you is that those are much harder to monetize than a personal brand. I mean, if we just look at the lifetime earnings for a personal brand with 1 million followers versus a faceless page with 1 million followers, it's literally 50 times higher. Don't get me wrong, it was still possible. I mean, I sold everything from ebooks to apps to merch, basically everything under the sun through my faceless pages. And in 2022, one of my Instagram accounts even got acquired for a multiple 6-figure deal. But as someone who's been in the space for a very long time, those accounts felt like pushing a boulder up a mountain compared to what's been possible with my AI influencers. And today, with tools like this literally at your fingertips, there is no reason that everyone shouldn't be trying to make some extra money and cash in on this social media gold rush that we're all living through. And look, I get it. The reason I was faceless for over 7 years on the internet was because I wanted no part of being internet famous or anything that comes with it. And even just a few months ago, when I decided to finally put my face on this channel, these tools didn't fully exist yet. But now here I am at 1:49 a.m. on a Tuesday night making tutorial videos about AI influencers. And I'm doing it because I think this stuff is truly revolutionary and it's gonna create so much opportunity for so many people on the internet. I can't wait to see what you guys cook up from this video. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you on the other side.